Listen, obviously all this has been just one big misunderstanding. So you're going to give me Oscar's hands back, and we're going to get out of your city immediately.
Out of the question. I must have these hands. That is all.
Who are you?
Sergei Borodin, the director of the industrial city of Komkolsk.
I didn't choose to stop in your station.
It is? Right.
I'm sorry, I can't make heads or tails out of your story at all. Without my engineer's hands, I'm stuck here, you see?
Everything I have designed, all that I have invented, everything is for her. Do you realize? Her. Oh, to hear her sing one more time, here in my factory!
But who is she? Who are you talking about?
Helena. The one and only. When I was told that...
And is she okay?
Sure.
Please.
So...
Hi, Mom?
Kate! What? Have you seen the time? Why are you phoning me in the middle of the night?
Sorry, Mom. I forgot about the time zones. Did I wake you?
Well, of course you woke me up. I was sleeping deeply, too. I simply got to get my beauty sleep. I've got an absolutely crazy day tomorrow.
I'm sorry. It's just that it's real important and urgent. I haven't got a lot of time.
Well, if it really can't wait till tomorrow, Munchkin, come on, tell your mommy what's up. No way I'm calling Dan for you if that's what you want.
Mom, listen, please. I seem to remember you're seeing a Marovich or something like that at the moment.
No. Malkovich, Munchkin. Frank Malkovich.
Yeah, right. So, but he's an opera singer, right?
That's right. They say he had the finest voice of his time, my dear. Imagine that.
That's just great. So then he must have known a famous singer called Helena Romansky. She's Russian, too. Please, if you can ask him if...
Listen, honey, if it's stars you're after, Frank knows them all. I'll just wake him up and let him tell you himself.
You mean he's...
Do you know this woman named... Oh, you do? Oh, Kate, listen, you're still there. Frank tells me he did hang out with a Romansky once, but it was platonic. You know those singers. She's a great soprano.
Great! Does he know where she went? Does she still sing? Where does she live?
1 second, Munchkin. Do you know? Oh. Frank says she was very ill and she withdrew from circulation. Really? Oh, what is... Oh, okay. She went to rest in some spa somewhere. He thinks it was called Arlbad, but it was 15 years ago and he's not sure. And well, honey, when Frank wakes up, he always takes a little bit of time to get going, you know.
Thanks a bundle, Mom. And Frank, too. You're both fantastic. Love you both. And thanks again. Catch you later. Director.
Ah, it is you, Miss Walker.
Director, I think I know where Helena Romansky is.
My God, you have found Helena? That is fantastic.
What makes you think this lady is going to come back with me?
You're a lawyer, are you not? No doubt you will be able to plead my cause brilliantly to her.
How can I get to Arlbad?
There is one way that you can. Here in the city, there are no suitable vehicles left. But that drunk old fool living up there, he'll have something.
What drunken old fool? You mean you're not alone? What's up there?
You mean you haven't noticed the space compound on the plateau? There's still some pathetic old soldier guarding it. But he's more interested these days in reaching for another bottle than reaching for the stars.
And you think this gentleman could have a vehicle for me?
I haven't the slightest idea. If you catch him on a good day, then maybe. But good days for him are far and few between. I wish you luck.
How do I get up to the space compound then?
There is a monorail that leads up to the Cosmodrome. When you are inside, I will activate the automatic pilot.
Why don't you come with me? After all, you're the person in the best position to convince Helena Romansky.
Unfortunately, since my accident, I seldom leave my office if I can avoid it. And it is not wise for a director to leave his city now, is it?
I remember you're saying that you didn't know Hans Vorarlberg. It's strange because there's a photo in your museum with a man accompanied by Helena Romansky and yourself. And that man looks just like Hans Vorarlberg.
And so, does this prove that I know him? I think you have forgotten that only several years ago, this city was swarming with people. Do you think I actually knew every employee by their first name?
No, of course not. But the man is holding hands with Helena, so I just imagined that maybe...
Just imagined? Yes, you were. Imagining things, my dear. You have a mission in hand, Miss Walker. Pray, concentrate on it.
You know, I could get there 10 times quicker if you gave me my automaton's hands back. Then I could use my train.
Out of the question that I tamper with my pianist now. Please understand, there are still 1 or 2 finer adjustments that I must make before Helena arrives.
From my research, Helena Romansky is living in Arlbad.
Arlbad? Helena Romansky is in Arlbad.
You know the town then? You know where it is?
Of course. It was a famous spa resort. In its heyday, Arlbad welcomed all the big wigs of the regime. To be granted a stay there was a real honor. Today, the honor has gone, along with all the generals and colonels, all washed away with the sea.
It sounds like a good place if you need to take it easy or convalesce.
I think Madame Romansky would be happier here. I think she'll prefer the peace and quiet here, the perfect tranquility of our little town.
Okay, I'm going. Wish me luck.
I am counting on you, Miss Walker.
Hello?
Did I wake you up? I can't sleep at all. This whole business just keeps turning round and round in my head.
What business, Dan?
But Kate, that argument we had, have you forgotten? I really need to talk about that again.
Oh, I guess we were both a little high-strung, that's all. But don't sweat it, okay?
Yeah, sure. Getting carried away never solves anything, does it? I must say I felt really dumb when I hung up.
Really?
Yeah, I left the door to my office open and I was convinced everybody around heard me.
I'm so embarrassed, Dan. Please say I'm sorry to your colleagues from me.
It doesn't matter, honey. Promise me that you will never put me in that state again. You're usually so delightful. I have the impression that this journey is putting more than distance between us.
Well, it's true I'm living a whole load of new and amazing experiences.
Okay, I see. And still no Hans Vorarlberg?
No.
Keep me posted. You know how important you are to me. Hurry home, huh?
I'll try. Big hug, Dan. Hello?
Kate! Oh, that you? How are you?
Olivia, great, just the right person. Look, have you heard of Helena Romansky?
No. Is she some Russian fashion designer?
No, she's a singer. I'm going to be meeting her soon. I've just got to find a way of reaching Arlbad. Can you imagine how lucky I am?
Not really. Well, what relation's this singer got with the toy case? You sure you know what you're up to, Kate? You sound really different, like you're changing or something.
Look, it's like this. If I'm going to get to the end of my journey, I've got to link up this singer and the director of the Comkausgrad Industrial City. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Why did you say that I've changed?
I don't know, just an impression. You sound more sure of yourself, like stronger, more confident.
And that's a problem?
There you go. Just takes one word and you're up on your high horse. I'm beginning to see Dan's point of view. It's getting harder and harder to back you up all the time.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that I had a drink or two with Dan, because he wants to talk. He feels a bit lonely, you see?
And what's he been telling you?
Nothing. He just has the impression you're slipping away from him. He can't see where you're coming from anymore. Like, we went to the movies the other day, and he said that you would have loved the film, but I told him that...
You mean you're dating my fiancé?
No, not dating, Kate. Just propping him up while you're away. All in a good cause. I can keep an eye on him for you at the same time.
What would I do without you?
Oh, you're jealous. Well, that's a good sign. That means you want him. Now, that he'll be pleased to hear.
You seeing each other again soon?
Tomorrow night. He invited me to dinner at the Goldberg. You don't mind, do you, Kate?
No worries. Look, I've got to go, Olivia. Take care. Doesn't look like that works. Doesn't look like that works. key. This thing's jammed. This thing's jammed. If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing. If that's going to work... Excuse me, sir. Sorry to disturb you, but yoo-hoo! Can you hear me?
3, 2, 1, contact! And we have liftoff! Oh, holy mother. A dame. A pretty dame on the launch pad.
Please, no need to worry, sir. Just do stay calm. I just want some information.
much. What you doing, sweetheart? We ain't got no information, no strategies, no plans to tell anyone, anywhere, anytime. Military regulations, you dig it, man?
My name's Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer from... I'm a bit lost. And I guess you know this place.
Boris Charov, at your service, madam. Can I offer you something from the bar?
No, thank you. Tell me, how long have you been here?
For as long as it took for you to come along, sweet pea. Don't think I've been lonely. I got a bottle or two here. Keep me company?
You're a soldier, aren't you? Ex-cosmonaut?
Hey, honey, that's all in the past. Hell, let's talk about today. Let's have a drink. That's an order, soldier.
Please, can you try and get a grip? I must absolutely find a way out of this industrial complex.
Jeez, me too. I've really got to get out of this dump, but not before I've had a little drink. Here, get your pretty little lips around this. Vodka. Tell me what you think.
Do you have a vehicle to lend me? I think I'd even test one of your rockets right now if I had to.
Toast my rockets. Hey, pretty dame, I'll drink to that. Now, just a minute. We gotta need a special bottle for a special occasion. Something to blow you away. 3, 2, 1, contact, and we have liftoff.
Okay, that's enough.
What was that? Did you say something? Are female comrades revolting or what? Oh, trouble on its way. Bottoms up! Power to the babushkas!
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you?
Karsberg. Of course I know that name. But sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen something like that around here.
Vorarlberg. He's a person. I'm looking for him, and I think he might have come by here a few years ago.
Well, in that case, let us raise our glasses to this brave man and his very good health.
I came here by train, but I've got this mechanical problem. I had to leave the train down in the industrial zone. The director down there told me you were here.
Nah, Borodine, that dumb traitor. I tell you, he's gone over to the enemy, over to the dark side. It's terrifying, the darkness. Eating out his brain. The jerk.
That's maybe going a bit far. He is a little eccentric, I'll grant you that. But when you live on your own, cut off from the world for so long...
His brain's going AWOL, I tell you. There's no darkness in my brain. I've got a cure. See? My secret antidote. Go on, have some. It'll stop you getting a cold.
I don't think I'm in a high-risk category, but thanks anyway. So many birds nesting around here. What attracts them all here like that?
Dumb birds. But at least a bird don't get bored, does it? See? They can fly. Them birds, geez, they can fly.
Sounds like you're jealous of them.
Well, maybe you're just right there. Because sometimes I like to let Soyuz loose and watch them circle for hours on end. Birds, they crap themselves when they see him coming. Don't stop them coming back, though.
Soyuz?
Soyuz, ma'am. A silver angel. A savior who cleans our cosmodrome of them dirty rats with dirty wings.
I need to get to Aralbad, and quick.
You go ahead, soldier. I'll stay here and keep you covered. I got the supplies here. Got to keep an eye on them. Tricky job, too, you know. All these bottles.
I was going to... Forget it doesn't matter. He's too drunk to help anyone anyway.
I am not drunk. Strange. Sure, I left a bottle or two around here. I gotta get some air. Wall's getting pretty tight. We'll think about that blast off later, huh?
Are you okay, Colonel? Are you sure you're all right? Be careful! Don't lean out too far or you'll... I need a key.
What's happening? There's more to you out there. Stop it! Now! You want me to drown?
Calm down, it's all right. Just a little wake-up call, that's all. You must have had quite a bit to drink.
Gee, you're right there. Not the first time, either. Probably won't be the last. Man, my head. Please, could you whisper?
Please, do excuse me. But it was the only way I could think of to bring you back to your senses.
A little extreme, maybe. But I get the impression you're a lady who likes to see results.
My name is Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer currently in charge of a special case. I'll spare you the details, but I've landed here, you see, unintentionally.
It is indeed an honor to welcome you here to the Cosmodrome, ma'am. My name is Colonel Boris Sharoff. I'm a Red Army test pilot reject, and now I babysit the Komkalsgrad space complex.
This is an amazing complex. Shame it's a little run down.
What do you expect? Space race is yesterday's news. That's the way it is. News 1 minute, history the next.
I came here by train, but unfortunately it broke down. I've got to get to Arrowbad immediately. Someone told me you might have a vehicle to lend me.
Someone? Who might that someone be? I hope you're not talking about Sergei Borodin.
Well, yes, I am. The director of the industrial complex below.
Be careful, ma'am. He is not a rational man. He can be mean and very dangerous.
He suggested I come and see you, actually. But I get the impression that he doesn't care much for you either.
I don't care what he thinks of me. All I say to you is, watch out for him.
There aren't many vehicles on this base.
When they decided to close the Cosmodrome, they towed all the useful equipment away.
It doesn't matter. I'll find some other way.
If I can help you, please, just ask.
I'm looking for someone. Hans Vorarlberg. And I think he came by here about 20 years ago.
Hans? You want to know if I know Hans? But of course. He invented one of the most incredible flying machines of the Cosmodrome. Christmas, good old Hans. Even after that dumb and dirty trick he played on me. But I wouldn't give to see him again.
What do you mean? What did he do to you?
Hans Vorarlberg and his famous flying wing. See, he invented this kind of spring-loaded launcher, capable of projecting a weird rocket into the stratosphere. It was red revolutionary hot, and I was going to be its first test pilot. Holy cow, what a job. And then several days before the launch, Hans disappears into thin air like that. Poof! The test program? Well, it's abandoned.
Just disappeared like that? Without saying where he was going?
You see, he wanted to hit the stars, but not bombs, if you get my drift. One day, Hans finally worked out what his launcher was really for. The generals have always called the shots here, you realize, and when they asked Hans to screw a nuclear warhead onto his flying wing, well, he wasn't a happy man. So he left, just like that.
If everything was ready, why didn't you just wind the thing up and go flying after all?
Nobody understood machines here like Hans, especially not his own utopian inventions. You see, such inventions only live and breathe with their creator in the saddle. Without him, space travel became damn near impossible. Since then, well, I still like to travel, but in my own little way.
I'm beginning to understand a bit about how Hans Vorarlberg's inventions work. What is this one like?
I don't really know. As you can see, I'm a soldier, ma'am. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not a goddamn aerospace engineer.
I've left my train in the Komkalsgrad station. Do you think it'll get in the way?
If I were you, I'd get out of there as quick as possible.
That's exactly what I intend to do, as soon as the director gives me back my automaton's hands. That's why I want to go to Arrowbad.
So go, and go quickly, and get back what belongs to you. With a man like that, you never know what might happen.
You don't like him very much, then?
I'll confess that since his accident, he's gone a little doolally. These days, I stay clear of him, and you should do the same.
I don't really have the choice. Don't you find it strange to see so many birds in the Cosmodrome?
It's the iron rafters. They love them. Nowadays, they can enjoy a bit of good old peace and quiet here. So, of course, they turn up in flock loads. Sometimes I set Soyuz onto them, just like the good old days.
Soyuz?
Soyuz is the last Golden Eagle left in active service. We had to get the dumb canaries out of the way before takeoff, so what did we do? Set the Eagle on them. And you should see them fly. Soyuz, he's like a cat among the pigeons. Magnificent.
Does Arrowbad mean anything to you?
Arrowbad. It's been a long time since I heard that name. It's a spa resort, man. Top brass of the regime would go there. As well as convalescing soldiers, tired politicians, profiteers and rackers, the whole caboodle. They'd go live it up, all expenses paid. One privilege I never got. Just 2 steps away from becoming the nation's hero and no free holiday for me.
And where exactly is this place?
Further east. We never had to know where exactly. The airship was programmed to take vacationers there. From here.
Thank you so much for helping me. I'm sorry to have woken you up like that.
It's been great talking to you, ma'am. I think I'll take 40 wings right now.
I need a key. Sir?
My head.
Do you think the airship still works?
No idea. It's been so long since it was used.
And then I've got to learn how to use it too.
You won't have any worries there. It has an automatic pilot. Go visit if you want. Here's the key.
Thanks. Right, I'm off.
Don't you worry.
Doesn't look like that works. Doesn't look like that. There you are. I was looking for you. I've managed to trigger the autopilot mechanism, but the airship still won't take off. Do you know why?
Maybe. I've got some idea. But you look like you're a pretty good mechanic.
Let's just say that since the start of the journey, I've managed to get by and get to know Hans Vorarlberg's strange contraptions.
Okay. I have a deal to make with you. I've been living in this dumb launcher site for years. And I've always said that one of these days I'm going to the stars on that flying wing. And I'd better make that trip before vodka stews my brain. But I gotta know how it works. And you look like you might have some clue at least. If you could help me get to the stars, I'll tell you how the airship works. What do you say? We got a deal?
Why not? I'll see what I can do for you.
What are you tinkering with? Why is it taking so long?
Just a bit longer if you can.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't wait.
That's going... Doesn't look like that works.
What are you
Comrade Boris, I need a few drops of your blood.
Excuse me?
To get the centrifuge going, we'll need to analyze the pilot's blood. If you're going to the stars, you've got to be in good health, you see? That's why I need a blood sample. It won't hurt.
There's two things a good soldier is always ready to do. Drop his pants and spill his blood. Go ahead.
I'll only be needing your blood.
My pleasure, man.